that was one of the things about the trip that I was scared about, is that I had publicly stated I was going to Wrestle Kingdom, and then I was like, oh fuck, wait, what a sec, why did I do this? Wait, now everyone knows I'm going to be at this location at this time of day on this date. Damn it, this isn't very smart of me. Whoopsie doopsie. Luckily, no one was as dedicated. I guess I don't have many, when I was in India, I didn't have many fans in Japan, so I was safe. I was safe to go see the show. But I did post pictures of the event and then realized very quickly, wait a second, that reveals my seat and I may be on camera, so maybe we delete that. So I was safe. I was safe. Or maybe they were respectful. Yeah, well, I mean, I bought my tickets through a third party. It's called like Get Sumo Tickets or something. And it turns out that the person that sat next to me also bought the tickets through that person. And so we just ended up sitting next to each other on both nights, which is kind of a fun little coincidence. So we had a little chat during the events, and he was from the UK. So it was like, oh, I think he said that he was on a holiday with his British friends, like him and his friends were all in Japan, and then he was also going to Wrestle Kingdom at the same time. So I got to have a little chat, and I wasn't just surrounded by, you know, Japanese people who I can't communicate with. And we got to chat, and then we got to see oh my gosh, who was it that broke his arm? Oh gosh, who was it that broke their arm at Wrestle Kingdom? I'm gonna break my Dookie. Yeah, thank you, Lark. Thank you very much, Lark. Yeah, Dookie broke his arm, and so when we saw that, we were kind of confused because we were obviously behind quite a few rows, trying to see the event. So we just saw him, you know, the match suddenly end, and then that was it. And then I busted out my phone because the signal was actually really good in the Tokyo Dome. And then I checked, and it was like, oh, fuck, his arm went the wrong way, and we got to sort of like chill out and sort of like see all the different angles. It also helped that the guy sitting next to me was very tall. He was like, I want to say he was like 6'5", so he could see everything and then tell me what was happening, because I'm like 5'4", 5'5", 5'6". I was just like, I can't see over all these heads unless they're in the ring. So anything that was like around the ring, I couldn't really see. So I ended up having to watch the screen instead, which is kind of like one of the things that I was a bit annoyed about with Wrestle Kingdom, is like maybe I need to try and get like early tickets, like try and get the premium one next time. But they're like $2,000 to get a front row seat. And then I would have a front row seat, and then I'd be like, oh fuck. And you also have to buy them like a year out, I think. I think you probably can't get the front row seats now for Wrestle Kingdom next year, because they're probably already sold out. And I don't even know the card, right? Zack Sabre Jr. might not even be on the show. Also, thank you, TJ, for the super chats. What is your favorite wrestling faction? My favorite wrestling faction at the moment is probably TMDK, which is the Mighty Don't Kneel. It's actually an Australian faction that Zack Sabre Jr. joined in New Japan, and he's now the head of the faction, and they're doing very well. At one point, they had the World Championship, I think the Tag Team Championship, the Junior Championship, Tag Team Championship, and then I think they had something else. They had like all of the belts basically at one point, which is really cool. Cleo, you're so funny. Thank you. Yeah, I think it's like $2,000 for the front row tickets. Let me check. Wrestle Kingdom front row tickets price. $1,330 US. Oh, that's not front row, that's second row. Front row is reserved for like special guests. So you get to sit behind the special guests. That's why it's so expensive. So that was US dollars, so in Australian, yeah, it's probably about 2,000. That's not that unusual. I mean, it's better than WrestleMania. I think WrestleMania's front row tickets are like in the 5-figure range, right? Let me check. WrestleMania 41 front row tickets price. $15,000 US for a front row ticket. And then they wonder why the casual fan isn't attending the events anymore. And it's like, well, yeah, because you're pricing them out of attending, because corporate greed is ruining the entertainment. That's extortion? Yeah. Also, they're going back to Las Vegas as well, because they made so much money in Las Vegas this year, because it's Las Vegas, and they charge so much. And then now they're going back again, because they're like, well, fuck New Orleans, even though we announced New Orleans was going to be the host next year. Fuck them. We're going back to Las Vegas. Who can afford that? Very wealthy people and influencers and celebrities. Although a lot of the celebrities kind of get tickets for free. So, yeah. No tickets are worth that. Nope. Nope. You get to be on TV for, I don't know, 4 hours in the front row. But, like, not on screen all the time because of the different camera angles. Yeah, they're not doing New Orleans anymore. They said, fuck New Orleans. We're going back to Vegas, baby. We just made so much money. Meanwhile, we can't afford to hire R-Truth again. We can't sign R-Truth again. Meanwhile, we made record profits. Sorry, I said I wouldn't talk about wrestling, and then I've talked about wrestling for the last 10 minutes. I'm so sorry.